was the night before Christmas. He lived all alone in a one-bedroom house made of plaster and stone. I had come down the chimney with presents to give, and to see just who in this dwelling did live. I looked all around, a strange sight to see. No tinsel, no presents, not even a tree. No stockings on the mantel, just boots filled with sand. On the wall hung pictures of far distant lands. Medals and badges, awards of every kind. A sobering thought came alive in my mind. This house was different. It was dark, it was dreary. I had found the home of a soldier. I could see that most clearly. The soldier lay sleeping, silent, alone, curled up on the floor in this one-bedroom home. His face was so gentle, the room in such disorder, not at all how I pictured a United States soldier. Was this the hero of whom I'd just read? Curled up on a poncho, the floor for a bed. Then I realized the other families that I saw this night owed their lives to soldiers who were willing to fight. In the morning round the world, children would play. Grown-ups would celebrate a bright Christmas day. But they all enjoy freedom each month of the year because of soldiers like the one lying here. I couldn't help but wonder how many lay alone on a cold Christmas Eve in lands far from home. The very thought put a tear to my eye. I dropped to my knees. I started to cry. The soldier awakened. I heard his rough voice. Santa, don't cry. This life is my choice. I fight for freedom. I don't ask for more. My life is my God, my country, my core. The soldier rolled over and drifted asleep. But I couldn't control it, and I continued to weep. I kept watch for hours, so silent and still, as both of us shivered from the cold night's chill. I didn't want to leave him on that cold, dark night, this guardian of honor, so willing to fight. Then the soldier rolled over with a voice soft and pure. He whispered, "Carry on, Santa. It's Christmas Day. All secure." One look at my watch, I knew he was right. Merry Christmas, my friend. May God bless you this night.
Orale, what is going on to all my junkies wrestling rehab here? Cholo Trucker, homie. Shout outs to Cricket from Incredible Javier, Pablo from the LA Times. It is that time, homes. It is that time. What's up, Bessa Benny? I was just putting on a nice little soldier's Christmas poem there. Pretty feed mad dog. If you guys listen to those words, it rings very, very true. And Esa Benny, never, my hand will never go down, man. As a matter of fact, let's all take a moment to acknowledge our tribal chief. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. Hey man, it is 20-year anniversary of tribute to the troops. Hang on, let me set this up right. Hold on. All right, I think that's better now. Man, I am just waiting for this sucker to start. We are gonna be here for the whole hour of tribute to the troops, homie. That is correct. It hasn't started. It's definitely running late. It's on Fox. So unless they started it on Fox Sports, which I didn't even bother to check, which I probably should have. But let me see. But this college basketball game is about to come to an end. Well, I think there's like under 10 seconds left. So I hope they didn't. Now, obviously, this is pre-recorded. The tribute to the troops is pre-recorded. Now, I was there at tribute to the troops last year. And I didn't really like it. Now, the reason, let me check Fox Sports 1 real quick. Let's see if they started it there. It's actually in commercials, so I can't even tell if it is or isn't. Man, I'll tell you, life just is not fair, Holmes. Damn. All right, let's go back to Fox. My goodness, man. I'll tell you, the ending of basketball games take way too damn long. There's 4.2 seconds. Now, I'm going to be real. Benny, you're going to turn that boo into some cheers, Holmes. You really are. One day you'll come around, Holmes. Don't worry. I already see it, Benny. But before it gets started, I was at Tribute to the Troops last year. It was in Ontario, California at the Toyota Arena. So, my goodness, man, this basketball game just doesn't end. They keep on doing the whole fouls, and now it's 2.6 seconds left. My goodness, man. But I was there with Pablo, with Paul from the LA Times. And okay, it's not on Fox Sports. Okay, so they're just gonna start it late. And talk about starting late, man. It's over 15 minutes late so far. Let me check Fox Sports 2. Make sure they didn't. Yeah, no. So it's just on Fox. Okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna have to wait. And I was waiting patiently. It said 11:30, so I was waiting patiently, man, so I can get on here and chop it up with all the junkies. But they are running really late. However, like I said, it is pre-recorded, so really doesn't matter. So I went to SmackDown, and they ended up filming Tribute to the Troops right after they did SmackDown. And there was no there wasn't any military. It wasn't as long as you bought a ticket to SmackDown, you were there for Tribute to the Troops. That's just the way it worked. There was no hey man, if you served in the military or anything, nothing, man. It was just another regular show. And I look, being honest with you guys, man, I'm not down with that. I'm just not down with that. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but they're doing they were showing footage of the first Tribute to the Troops and how they went out to Baghdad, Iraq, and that was pretty cool, man. That was a time where they had just barely caught Saddam Hussein, who was hiding out in basically a hole that was dug into the ground. But yeah, man, what a time. All right, basketball game is over. I usually the Tribute to the Troops do not really fall in line with whatever storylines they got going on. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't really mind it, but usually Tribute to the Troops, they just kind of have matches. There's really no storyline that it doesn't really match up, you know. So if whatever we had going on SmackDown last night with being, you know, us thinking that Sami Zayn was not going to be an honorary Uso anymore, he was going to move up and just be a full-blown Uso. That's probably not, none of that storyline is really going to be in effect for Tribute to the Troops unless they're switching it up. Now, this being 20 years, I truly believe, man, that they should have done something different. I hope they just didn't do what they did last year, because like I said, I was there, where it was just regular SmackDown, and after that, we're just gonna say it's Tribute to the Troops, and there's really nothing there, you know. So letting you guys know, I am watching it on a Spectrum app. What does that mean? That means I am going to be, the action that I am watching is going to be about 20 seconds late. So whatever you guys, if you guys are watching it live, and you're not on an app, you guys are going to be able to see the action before I see it. So it's going to be about a good 15, 20 seconds delay for me on my end. Damn it, man. As late as this thing is starting, they should have just had it start at noon. Yeah, because we're woefully behind with this Tribute to the Troops, man. But it's something I look forward to every year. You know, is it the best? No, it's not. Just being real, it's not the best thing. It's not the best show that they put out there. Now they say it's the most important show. I don't know about all that. I believe it's the most important show, but the fact that they really, yeah, exactly, yes, Benny. The fact that they really brought it down to what it is today, just an hour-long, pre-recorded, kind of regular show. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like they took a lot of stock out of it. So yeah, Benny, I'm with you, brother. You know, it's these damn commercials. I'm like, come on, Holmes. Then just say start at noon. You know, I mean, I get it. It's a sporting event. I'm talking about the basketball game that took place. At least that's what was on my television. So it's hard to really predict when it's going to start. I mean, look, we've been on for almost 14 minutes, and I started this. I started late. I went pushing it, and I was just like, damn. I put it at 11:30 Pacific time. I'm like, hey, I better go live. I better do something. So again, I want to remind everybody, and I'm going to be repetitive on this throughout this show of Tribute to the Troops, just to keep on reminding everybody I am watching it through an app. So I will be on a good 15, 20 second delay, you know. So if you guys hear me calling it and it's like, man, what's going on, Holmes? You're way behind. Yeah. I'm watching it through a Spectrum app. So I you know, you guys will be seeing the action before I will. Son of a bastard, Holmes. What is going on with all these commercials? Come on, man. Let's get to it. Tribute to the Troops, baby. Sad, man. I mean, how many Jack in the Box commercials and reminders of the World Cup can we get? Here we go. Action. National anthem. I must stand for this. Wow, nice. All right, it's national anthem. Silence.
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in and gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Shoo! That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Man, he was there at the very first tribute to the troops. Oh, man, you got them all chanting USA. Oh, quiet. I want to hear this.
WWE has had the privilege to continue this tradition. Tribute to the Troops is the most important event that we get to be a part of. Because for all that you give, this is our way of giving back to you.
Coming to see them is a fantastic experience.
We're performing for the troops who are out here putting their lives on the line. I'm proud to join World Wrestling Entertainment in honoring the greatest fighting force on the face of this earth.
Sacrifices you made allow us to do what we do. They're the ones who are, when I say it, just bring it every single day. The real heroes and the real champions of the United States. It's all of you traveling all over the world. We have come here on this very special day WWE is here in Afghanistan. And to find a way to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Join us today as the tradition continues for the 20th anniversary of WWE's Tribute to the Troops.
Nice, man. Nice. 20-year anniversary tribute to the troops. That's right, baby. US of A. And if you ain't down with the US of A, you could kiss my ass. That's it. Nice. JBL back in it. And let's see if we could get this up, man. What is going on, junkies? Awesome. Awesome, man. Let me see. Do you remember when Lex Luger body slammed Yokozuna on the ship? I do. I do remember that, man. There was that whole contest of who can body slam Yokozuna, man. And it looked like Crush. Crush came close to doing it. But now they set all that up so Luger can do it. I believe Crush was going to be able to do it, Holmes. All right, so we got the Monster Among Men. Braun Strowman coming out. So again, I want to make this a good time, Holmes, but I don't like what they've reduced Tribute to the Troops to. You know, I do want to make that clear. They reduced it, man, to what it is right now, and I'm not down with that, homie. You know, go to a military base. Go. If you're not going to go overseas, which, look, do you need to go where the war is at? Do you need to go, where there's harm? Nah, you don't. But there's military bases that are abroad, right? There's military bases out like in Germany and, and just different all over the world, right? There's a military base out in South Korea. There's a military base. Go there. Go there, man, and perform there. At the very, very least, perform at, a military base here in the States, Fort Benning, Camp Pendleton, somewhere, man, March Air Force Base, somewhere, at the very, very least. But just to kind of reduce to what it is today, I don't know, man. It's really it's cheapened it. But all right, so we got the first match, man. We got LA Knight with Braun Strowman here. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday afternoon now. Hey, what do you guys think about LA Knight anyway, Hans? I think the guy I like the guy's character, but it seems like they're just gonna use him as a jobber. You could even do a military base here locally. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't want to go abroad, if you don't want to go around the world because of either safety issue. I mean, you travel already around the world, but for whatever reason, if there's any issues, yeah, man, go to a military base somewhere here, somewhere here in the States, somewhere locally. But let's talk about LA Knight real quick, man. Who's having a little bit of success against Braun Strowman. I agree, Benny. I don't want to trash it too much though, man, because yeah, at least they're doing it. But yeah, they've cheapened it. I was at Tribute with the Troops last year. LA trash. Look, I'm gonna be real. I like them. I just don't think they're gonna utilize them good. The guy's got personality, homie. The guy can really the guy, okay. Is he the best wrestler? No. But the guy's got personality. He knows how to cut a promo. Damn. Power bomb, monster slam. Kick out. See, that's the thing about LA Knight, Holmes. That's the thing about LA Knight. They're going to use them as the Brooklyn Brawler. They're going to use them as a jobber. Is Braun Strowman limping? Oh, man. Is the monster among men, is he injured? If you guys look at him, he's limping around. See what happens. LA Knight can be something better. U.S. Naval Academy. Okay.
It represents freedom and the pursuit of being better. There's one thing that separates the United States from the rest of the world, and that's that we are always improving. And that's what I love about this country, and that's why I want to serve and protect those freedoms and those rights. Marine Corps always because of my father's time in the Marine Corps. Hearing their stories and what they persevered through. My grandfather was really an inspiration.
Still here, guys. I'm just listening to this young lady's story.
I made to him before he passed away. I said I would come here, and I fell in love with this place. Sometimes I can't believe I have the privilege of wearing the uniform. When I put on this uniform, I think about my grandpa, and I think about my dad, and always a legacy thing. It always comes back to family.
She comes from a military family.
To come here, it's to serve their country. The idea of doing something greater than yourselves or caring for other folks is really who she is.
I am the fall semester brigade commander. I represent the midshipmen in all things and how we function here, such as physical mission, the academics.
We have Navy ethos, we have honor, courage, commitment. Why isn't that enough?
Internal conflict takes us.
So with people putting all kinds of stickers on their laptop.
Not only able to hold that position running the entire brigade.
All right, meeting adjourned.
But she's also concerned about each of the individuals.
To think as a 22-year-old, I'm looking at 4,200 of my peers. They're looking at me for answers. That is symbolic to what we will be walking into in the fleet.
This isn't just a career. This isn't just getting a degree. I could pay the ultimate price, or my sailors and Marines could do that in support of the country.
When I think about the sacrifices, I remember that I'll never be the first one to do it. The men and women who have served in the military have been
Man.
from the beginning. That's something that we hold pretty close to our heart.
If you guys don't know my story, I wanted to be in the military, man. And unfortunately, I chose the wrong path, and my criminal record kept me out.
No other group of individuals are willing to do.
Let's have an awesome rest of the week and a safe weekend. Thanks, Jane.
And when you're surrounded by so much love and true value for what we do here,
And take orders from a jarhead like you, Charlie.
protect those innocent lives all across the globe, that truly is an honor.
Wow, 22 years old, man. She's out there doing it up. All right, back to the action. Yeah, man, I really wanted to join the military. I wanted to, when I was young, man, I really wanted to be a badass. Like I'm not really all that super duper close with family. So I wouldn't have mind, if I was just gone, dog. I want to be, a ranger and possibly even special forces, man. And if they got me somewhere around the world, across the other side of the world or whatever, I would have been A-okay with it. But I'm a trucker, so I got the last laugh. Oh man. So we got Shayna Baszler coming out with Ronda Rousey, and now they're trying to sell us some WWE gear, which is freedom. I gotta tell you guys this, man. As much of a wrestling junkie I am, I don't have much WWE gear. Are you guys, especially you, Benny? Do you guys buy much wrestling gear? Shirts and everything like that. I got obviously I got Bret the Hitman Hart. I got his shirt, and that's gold to me, man. Bret the Hitman Hart is my favorite wrestler of all time. I have a Charlotte Flair shirt. I got a WWE referee shirt. I got a John Cena shirt, and I think that's about it, man. I might need to step on my gear, Holmes. Obviously, I got a couple of masks, from luchadores, but I might need to step on my gear, homie. While it's in commercial, want to talk a little bit of what happened SmackDown. I don't know if you guys caught SmackDown last night or not. John Cena is coming back for a tag team match. He's going to be teaming up with Kevin Owens, and he'll be going at it with and let me turn the commercials on. Let me turn on the camera. He'll be going at it with the honorary Uce, who is still an honorary Uce, Sami Zayn, and my tribal chief. Now, this is a conflict of interest, guys. It really is, man. I like John Cena. I am a John Cena fan. I'm not one of these guys that thinks it's cool to be the Cena sucks, right? Bunch of dudes that are insecure. They think they're nice and cool now because they hate on Cena. No, I'm actually a fan of John Cena. But listen, man, he's stepping in there against our tribal chief. And we got to stay strong, junkies. We got to stay strong. Strong behind our tribal chief. Strong in support of our tribal chief. Regardless who it is. I don't care if it's your favorite wrestler from way back in the day. Doesn't matter. You stand by your tribal chief. All right, so all you fans of, Hogan and HBK and, you know, whoever the head Flair, whoever the heck your favorite wrestler is from back in the day that you want to see step back into the ring for whatever reason. That's cool. That's fine. As long as they do not step in there with our tribal chief. I said Benny. All right, so what do we got here? We got a tag team match, man. We got Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey teaming up, going up against Tamina and Emma, who I could do. I don't know why they hire her back. She's really a nobody, man. That's just being real. I mean, even Tamina is kind of dropped down to somewhat of the bottom of the barrel. But Emma was never a good in-ring performer. I don't know any of her moves. I can't remember any of her moves where I'm like, oh man, okay. And she's just not that good, man. On the mic, in the ring. She wants to get in there with Ronda, huh? So I was okay, man, if they just didn't bring back Emma. But oh well, she's back, and I think they're probably look at that. No, man, her moves are way off. This is not good. This is just bad. She's so slow, man. This is horrible, guys. Hey, Holmes, this doesn't look good. This does not look good, man. Yeah, I do. Esa Benny, I do. But man, just look at her performance in the ring. This is just not. And look, is she gonna go out? Okay, all right. Look, I'll give her that. She did a crossbody to the outside of the ring. Very cautious, and now we're in commercial. Every kiss begins with K, I guess. But that crossbody, I mean, look, you gotta start somewhere, right? But that crossbody out there, man, it took her a long time. And look, from the moves that we see in the WWE today, that was a weak crossbody from the top to the outside. You know, she didn't even jump. She just kind of like crouched down and then fell forward. And I don't want to be too critical. I mean, look, like I said, you got to start somewhere. Son of a gun. These commercials just don't stop. But going back to what I was talking about, what do you guys think about John Cena coming back? Benny, what do you think about John Cena coming back, Holmes? What do you think about your Intercontinental Champion? He's not my Intercontinental Champion, okay, Benny? He is your Intercontinental Champion. Gunther, I think Gunther is okay. I don't want to say he sucks. He doesn't suck, but he's not Intercontinental Champion material. He's kind of just this. I don't know if they're trying to make him like this big bully, because then he runs from Braun Strowman. So it's like they're trying to build him to be this big monster, right? This beast that nobody messes with. But then Braun Strowman comes around and this fool hightails it. And by the way, the slaps to the chest, like that's what you want to be known for. Like that's your signatures, like I mean, Ric Flair did the whole woo, right? With the night shifts, right? To the chest. Now Gunther comes in and he just really wants to tear people's chest apart. And I'm like, I don't know, dog. That's not really, I ain't really down with it. So, and by the way, I was rooting man, stupid Toyota, all these dumb, stupid car commercials, dog. They don't even talk about the damn car anymore. But I wanted Ricochet to win. I really did. I know Pablo he doesn't like Ricochet, but I want Ricochet to win. All right, so now Ronda's got the better of Emma. Tribal. How dare you? How dare you, Benny? Smashes John Cena. Yeah, and John Cena was my favorite wrestler. But like I said, we all need to acknowledge our tribal chief. Stay solid to your tribal chief. Okay, so now Tamina's back in. Again, guys, I'm watching it through a Spectrum app. So if I'm, a few seconds behind, that's because I really am behind because the app pumps is about 15 to 20 seconds behind. Tamina can still throw that kick, homie. She can still give that sweet chin music. And I think Tamina is 40. She's somewhere in her 40s. I'm not going to read it. The tribal king, Holmes. The tribal king, the tribal chief smashes John Cena. Roll up on Tamina. By the way, Shayna Baszler. Oh, wow. That was a dangerous Samoa drop there. By the way, Shayna Baszler has been kind of thrown to the back seat. Don't you guys think Shayna Baszler was a little more relevant before? Almost seems like her and Ronda, if we're going to be honest, including Ronda Rousey, I kind of forget that Ronda's back in the WWE. Both Shayna and Ronda have kind of taken a back seat in the women's division, which is rare, especially Ronda. What the hell did Ronda fall? The camera cut. Shayna's got it locked in, and that's where it's gonna end. This was kind of a weird matchup. Like I said, Tribute to the Troops is not really known to continue any storylines that are going on. They just kind of put matchups together. But I'm gonna be real, man. I just kind of thought about it right now. It's a little strange how Shayna and Ronda right now. Yeah, it choked out Tamina, but it's a little rare on how Ronda and Shayna have kind of taken a backseat in the women's division. All right, I want to hear this gentleman's story.
If you can go to work every day and know that you're participating in the greater good and the benefits of our country and providing freedom, you're really doing it for something greater than you. Serving the military, for me personally, is if I was going to go to combat and go serve a country, I was going to do it best of the best and be as highly trained as possible. The Green Berets that's what we do. April 6, 2008, I was there to do a mission, and at one point the mission was to go capture and kill a high-value target, and then that changed to taking care of my buddies and making sure that everyone made it home alive. So we flew in to river bottom, just huge boulders and rocks everywhere, so the helicopter couldn't actually land. So we started the day by jumping 10 feet off the back of the helicopter, and then it just erupted. RPG fire, machine gun fire.
Wow.
One of our guys was wounded.
On the valley floor, Master Sergeant Williams quickly realized the team ahead were pinned down. Without hesitation, he maneuvered his team up the mountain, suppressed the attacking enemy, and began evacuating wounded soldiers.
By the time I got down, I heard there was 2 more wounded.
Master Sergeant Williams fought his way up and down the mountainside for the next 6 hours.
And we were extremely fortunate. We got everybody up the mountain.
Matt, we salute your unyielding service. It's now my privilege to present Master Sergeant Matthew Williams with the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Incredible story, man.
Receiving the medal has obviously been life-changing, to say the least, but what he's loved the most is the fact that he's been able to continue to serve.
What this medal is given a new mission. When I get to represent the team and the guys and the things that they've done, I'm happy to accept that opportunity to represent the medal well.
He shares the meaning behind it with people who may not know.
The values that the medal represents is something that we're very passionate about. You know, that people are willing to go out and die for their brothers and sisters, for the ones to the left and right of them. And that ultimate willingness to serve and that ultimate sacrifice, every time I put it on, I hope to highlight what it means to be, you know, a good citizen, a good patriot, and understand service and sacrifice. Try to speak on those things to the best of my ability and hopefully bring, you know, a positive light to the men and women that serve our country.
Great story, man. See, that's that man, see, that's what I wanted to do, something like that, man. Badass. Oh, we got a main event coming up here, huh? A 6-man tag team match. And we're back to commercials. All right. So, yeah, I just think it's a little rare, man, because Ronda Rousey was kind of like a Brock Lesnar almost. So whenever she'd come back, it'd be huge, right? And she's teaming up with her homegirl, Shayna Baszler, and it really seems like they've kind of taken a back seat in the women's division, man. Just to be real, I think the day that Charlotte comes back is probably going to be bigger than Ronda coming back. So I'm wondering if they're doing that on purpose, like trying to take a little bit of stock of or a little bit of hype away from Ronda, just so some of these other girls can shine as well. Or is the WWE universe just kind of over Ronda and just kind of see her as another, another WWE talent? Because I'm being real, man. She's kind of taking a back seat. She's not in any of the mainline stories in the women's division. So yeah, man. We'll definitely see what happens with that. Now, I'm thinking this 6-man tag team match is the main event. Doesn't look like the Tribal Chief is going to be here, which is, it's all good, man. I would have liked to see the Bloodline. I think they should have actually involved the Bloodline, even if your Tribal Chief was not in the match. You could have had the Usos and Solo, or Sami Zayn in there in the mix some way somehow in a 6-man tag team match. So my goodness, dog, they just keep on killing it with these World Cup reminders. And by the way, all these damn stupid car commercials, they tell you nothing about the car. It's just a family petting a dog, like a happy, good feeling. It's like, oh, man, look, we love our dog. And then there, Toyota. Okay, the Navy Academy looks like they went Liv Morgan and a couple of Imperium's coming out. Here he is. Here's your here's your Intercontinental Champion. You know, he's not. You know, he's not wearing the strap. Now, I'm wondering if they did that. So the people that are there live, because this was all pre-recorded, of course. So the people that were there live won't be able to spoil it for everybody on the match that they had with for the Intercontinental Championship match at SmackDown against Ricochet. (2003), man. Naval Air Station. Eddie Guerrero, the late great Eddie Guerrero, man. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rikishi was there. Kurt Angle. Man, look how young Vince looks. He's always looked old, but The Undertaker. Mick Foley, Tori Wilson. Going into Baghdad, Iraq. Camp Victory, Baghdad, Iraq. John Cena was still there with his Word Life character. I should turn on the camera just while I'm watching this. I remember that. I remember that clearly. It's like nobody comes here. WWE comes here. Yeah, you know. That was cool. That was cool. Rey Mysterio, his gear and everything, his mask and all. That's right. President George W. Bush back then. Ah, man. Look what it used to be, though. See, I don't want to be a downer. Look what it used to be and look what it is now. That's the only thing, Holmes. HBK, baby. Man, I would love to go. I would love to go flying in a jet like that, man. Damn. Go do this at a base, man. Go. And JBL is the one that kicked it all off, man. JBL, you know, Gracias to JBL, man, for kicking this all off. You know, it was definitely a different time. You know, it was after 9/11. Not had just happened, but it was a time, man, where everybody was thinking about war, and you know, while we still have troops overseas and still in some of these areas, you know, you just kind of go about your day. Yeah, you just kind of forget about it. And that's normal. You know, that's normal human natures. You're not wrong for doing that, but this time was different. You know, it was there was so much going on. People protesting the war, people for the war. But one thing that was for certain is that people were for the troops. Whether you're for the war, whether you're against it, none of that. You know, all that was always kind of like in a blender, right, and mixing up. But one thing that wasn't, one thing that was set was that people were for the troops, you know, in support of the troops. So, what's up, Andres? Santa Cholo, dog. Hey, man, I'm taking people's gifts, actually. So here we are, man. Here we are with this main event. You got is Ricochet the only American? I'm being real, Holmes. Is Ricochet the only American in this main event? Ricochet is from Florida. I think he's the only American. Tribute to the troops. And in the main event, in a 6-man tag, we have one American. Man, we've come a long way. Usually when people say we've come a long way, people mean that in a positive in a positive way. I'm not going to say it's positive, and I'm not going to say it's negative. I'll leave it to you junkies to decide for you which way it is. 6-man tag team match, main event, tribute to the troops, and we have one American in there. We've come a long way. Which way it goes, that's up for you. That's up to you to decide. By the way, man, how come Ricochet? Let me ask you guys something, Holmes. How come Ricochet is not a bigger deal? Do you think they're not using him right? Do you think he lacks personality on the mic? He's not all that great on the mic. Just being real. I really liked him when he was Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. I kind of thought if he came to the WWE as Prince Puma, he would have been a bigger star. You keep the mask on, kind of has that mysterious look to it. You connect a lot more, you know, with the luchador crowd. But I don't know, like this, man, is especially when he was in NXT, because he was in NXT for a while. Man, he would have really blown up. Would he have blown up in here on the main roster? I don't know, but I do think it would have helped him had he kept the mascara on. Let's see. They don't use him correctly. I agree. Can he ever be the guy? Probably not. Oh, damn. It pretty much just squished his head. And it's time for a commercial. Son of a bastard, dog. Anyway, they don't use them correctly. Look, I remember every single ladders match. I'm talking about Money in the Bank, right? Every single Money in the Bank. Every single Money in the Bank. They had to throw in Shelton Benjamin. And the reason why they threw in Shelton Benjamin was not because he was going to win, but it was because what he was able to do, his ability to perform in that ring, all the crazy things he was doing. You know, it's kind of like Kofi Kingston at the Royal Rumble. He's not going to win. They put him in there because it's this crazy stuff that he can do when he gets thrown over the top rope for his 2 feet not to touch the ground. And how is he going to get back into the ring? Exactly, man. Exactly. Now let's see. I don't know if they show the same commercials all across the country, but here's a McDonald's commercial trying to sell me a quarter pounder. Now I see a Mountain Dew commercial, but it's pink Mountain Dew. By the way, don't only stupid people drink Mountain Dew? I'm trying to think, Combs. Oh, there's Mountain Dew Zero now. I'm trying to think, are there any smart people that drink Mountain Dew? Most people that I see drinking Mountain Dew, they're not. I'm not saying Mountain Dew makes you dumb. I'm just saying I don't really see intelligent people picking up a Mountain Dew and cracking that top open. Mountain Dew watermelon. That's a Weddle kind. I don't see intelligent people. I could see them sipping on a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or a Sprite, Sierra Mist. I just never see a highly intelligent person tossing back a Mountain Dew. That's a Weddle drink. Oh, man. All right, we're back into the action, man. Imperium has did a good job in cutting off the ring, keeping Ricochet on their side of the ring. And Ricochet is somewhat of a jobber. Unfortunately, he's more than a jobber, but at the same time, he's not really up there, you know. And they got the female referee in there doing her thing. Who should get tagged in? Sheamus or Drew McIntyre? Who has a better offense, man? I'm trying to think right now. Who has a better offense that could put on a nice, good pop of a show right now? A heated tag, Sheamus or Drew McIntyre? You know, if you guys don't know, man, Sheamus is about 44 years old. He's up there in age. I think you should probably get McIntyre in there because I think they want to build McIntyre. So if you tag him in there and he starts going all crazy on Imperium, that's going to be a much better look for him. I don't even, outside of Gunther, I don't even know who these other two douchebags are. I just see them go out there with Gunther. But there's nothing special about these guys. Nothing. I mean, they're all matching, you know, wearing the black trunks and the black boots, but I don't even know their names. Does anybody know these fools' names? I don't even know their names, man. Gunther, yes, obviously. But who are the hell are these other two douchebags, man? I don't even know them. I never really see them get in the ring or do anything, really. I can't even remember the match of theirs. That was an odd kick to the back of the head. Oh. Oh, hey, that was good. That was good. I like that. Oh, wow. Very good executed, man. Ricochet goes for the tag. Both Sheamus and McIntyre are brought down by Gunther's little punk ass cronies, and they can't make the tag. And now we're back to more commercials where it's this progressive guy who stops people from becoming their parents, which I do like. This commercial I do like. I do. Those commercials are funny. Oh, now we're okay. Now we're getting somewhere. See, like this is a good commercial right here, especially for Tribute to the Troops, man. They're talking about their son who suffered from PTSD, served in the military, and committed suicide. And that is a problem. That is an issue. What the hell is this with Kiss? You know, every Kiss begins with Case. Damn, just trying to get people married and stuff. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, it's great. It's great. Good celebration. You're getting married and everything. Fast forward 10 years, Holmes. Let me see where you're at. Now we're at a Wendy's commercial, which in my opinion, Wendy's is probably one of the best, if not the best, fast food joints out there. The quality of food is what I'm talking about. When you talk Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., etc., right? Wendy's has got to be one of the best. We're talking about quality of food. But, man, come on, let's get back into the action here. WWE is proud to offer all of our heroes who are veterans and current military membership complimentary tickets to all WWE live events. Wow, I did not know that. All right, let me want to hear this gentleman's story.
I'm a private commander at Bravo Troop 68 Cav, 2nd ABCT, 3rd ID, Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Fort Stewart in Georgia.
Sergeant Green is not only just a leader, he has to be a counselor, he's a mentor. He's always hands-on. We have questions. He's always the first person to come out and help.
Man, some of these guys look like little kids, man.
I grew up military family. My father was Navy. I would go on the ship a lot with him. I would see how he was as a leader. His dad was an inspiration to join service.
He comes from a military family as well.
But mostly, his highest priority is probably the well-being of his soldier. Platform coming down, control, coming down, control. He's the first one there in the morning. He stays late to help us take care of things. Hills here, high ground from a hilltop. The ground slopes down in all directions. Palmer, give me an example of the hill. Deeper, yeah. He's helped me like find my place, and he's made me a better soldier. It feels good knowing that.
It's crazy how young some of these guys look, man.
Is a former personnel carrier of the U.S. Army. You are in charge of billions of dollars worth of equipment. You just get in and you have that feeling where
could take on the world.
Damn.
Definitions of reconnaissance or security at all times.
Bradley has always been near and dear to me.
Man, rolling one of those tanks, man.
Before everybody else is, so that there's no harm back home. He believes in the American dream and the American people. He wants to be able to provide everyone with the opportunity to live out their dream. And that passion for the United States has always been there. It's been there since I was born. It's never going away.
Badass. Badass. All right. Back to the action. Looks like Sheamus was tagged in. Sheamus could go pretty crazy, man. Sheamus took a lot of punishment to the chest. I remember against when he had his match with Gunther out in shoot, what the heck was it? Clash of the Castle. You know, I'm sorry. Sheamus is one, man, where he doesn't go up to 10. He just kind of goes to different numbers. Oh, right to the chest, man. It wasn't that great of a match. Gunther versus Sheamus at Clash of the Castle was not that great of a match. It really wasn't, especially that they were trying to, remember the match between Bret Hart and the British Bulldog for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. That the match between Gunther and Sheamus, it didn't even come close to being how good of a match British Bulldog and Bret Hart. Now you got okay. All right, so now you got Drew McIntyre in there with Gunther. McIntyre's having his way. You know, can Drew McIntyre be that guy? He's going to go for the countdown. Going to go for the Claymore. Clothesline. Can Drew McIntyre be that guy? I think he can. Not at the very moment he can't, but at some point, yes, he definitely can. Like if we're going to talk Royal Rumble, who should win the Royal Rumble? I can see McIntyre being the guy to win the Royal Rumble. Ricochet goes flying out. Oh, they're going to double it. Oh, wow. That was actually pretty feedman, man. Both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre hit their finishers at the same time. Ricochet on the top rope. Wow. And there you guys have it, man. Ricochet gets the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. The only American in this main event. Tribute to the troops here in the States. And he was the only American in this match. Puro pinche Ricochet. Hey, look. Hey, Benny. Talk to Pablo. Pablo does not like Ricochet. I'm a fan of his, man. I am a fan of Ricochet. I wanted him to beat Gunther. I wanted him to become Intercontinental Champion. I think he could be a good Intercontinental Champion, but they can't keep burying him though, man. They can't keep using him just kind of like a jobber, you know. They gotta, man, give him a couple of good wins. He's not the best on the mic. I get it. He's not that bad on the mic either. He's got somewhat of a personality, but not the best, but somewhat. Oh, Trish Stratus. That's right. I remember her being there. Still here, guys. I'm just listening. Looks like they're going to bring it to an end. Look, they're all chanting USA. All right, tribute to the troops has come to an end. Man, okay. I mean, what was it? A great show. Hey, look, man, it was just decent. You know what I mean? Pablo and Sami Zayn. Can't. What do you think? Well, Mandy Rose. We got to get into that, and we'll definitely get into that on the next one, man. But this was tribute to the troops. Shout outs to all the junkies, man, for all the troops that are out there that cannot be home for the holidays, whether it be Christmas or New Year, whatever it may be, man. Gracias for what you guys do. And it doesn't go unappreciated, at least for me, man. You know, we get so caught up day to day in our lives, and we forget just the blessings and the freedoms that we have here in this country. A lot of times people just complain and complain and complain, man. And a lot of times we forget the sacrifices that it takes to have that freedom to complain. But with that, hey, shout outs to all the junkies, man. Gracias so much for tapping in and watching Tribute to the Troops with me. Again, I hope at some point they kind of go back to what it used to be, because the troops definitely deserve it and do earn that. It's just seemed a lot more special. But with that, junkies, hey, don't forget to acknowledge your tribal chief, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout outs to all the troops, tribute to the troops. I'll catch you guys on the next one.